Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What Pro Wrestling Show we have for you? Coming up, Trick Williams and Joe Henry have their um respective concerts. We'll talk about that. Trick Williams and Joe Henry have their respective concerts, and we get to the latest on what's going on in NXT as well. A lot going on in NXT. I mean, speaking of a lot is going on. As well as the LFG group got their contract, both men and women. Williams, we'll get to it. Let's get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. Let's get things started right here, right now on the Pro Wrestling Show with Trick Williams kicking off the show, talking about he's going to do what he wants to do. Trick Williams saying what he's going to do. Let me get the damn music. All right, Trick Williams. All right, we'll talk about you a little bit later on in the show. All right, Trick Williams will have that concert coming up. Him and Joe Henry having that concert. Trick Williams and Joe Henry both know that Trick Williams. We'll get to Trick a little bit later on what went down with Trick tonight. But we kick things off with the OTM group. They won tonight, probably earned themselves a future tag team championship opportunity. So the OTM group getting themselves together, however that was going to be. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. The OTM group getting themselves one, I guess, a tag team match. I guess so tonight. We get this Ava, the general manager of NXT. She brought in the Legend Future Greats champions, Tamara May Steele and I forgot old dude name. They was on there and they won. Tamara May Steele, they won. I know they won on Sunday, so they was out there. Ava was trying to get them their contracts being NXT superstars. So we'll see them on NXT sooner rather than later. Stuff. Another person coming from outside NXT from Evolve, he's been on forgot this dude's name, but Sean Legacy, he's been on the Evolve channel. And, he's doing his best right here. Sean Legacy to recap his legacy one way or another. I can see that right now for Sean Legacy and stuff. Sean Legacy getting himself together. I'll tell you that right now. We get to this Trick Williams rapping, doing his rap concert. Trick Williams came out there to rap and give his performance. I mean, I got to see stuff, but Trick Williams giving out his rap concert, what he did, but we'll see what's his name a little bit later on the show as well. But Oba Femi, the NXT champion, he has a big challenge on him this Sunday for Battleground. They'll take on what's his name, Miles Bourne. They had a face-off tonight, and the face-off was that between both. Miles Bourne kind of reminds me of Randy Orton 2.0. Miles Bourne getting the chance of a lifetime to go against Oba Femi for the NXT championship. That match will happen at NXT. We'll see that match coming up at NXT. So looking forward to seeing that match between these two. Miles Bourne getting a chance to go against you know who? Oba Femi for the championship. And can Oba Femi Can Miles Bourne win the NXT Championship? That's the question everybody wants to know and everybody wants to see about what's going down. So we'll see that between these two. We'll have predicted outcome this Saturday as well as the battleground review for Sunday. So it's going to be a big Sunday, meaningful Sunday. So look forward to seeing that. Sunday is going to this is going to be Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be real busy. So a lot of stuff going down. So you'll see that being the case, we'll see that coming up. As well as this, Lola Vice might be heading her way down to an NXT Women's Championship match down the road. Lola Vice getting herself together. I can see Lola Vice being the next something. Going for the NXT Women's Championship. She might win it one day. Lola Vice was in action. She won her match tonight. Lola Vice getting herself together as well. So we'll see. Oh, yeah, she won against Zoria. Little troubles going on in Paradise between Zoria and Zora Roca. Could they be feuding for the NXT Women's Championship? That's the question everybody wants to know and everybody wants to see. So we'll see that coming up as well. We'll see how that's going to go down between them. Well, you can tell Zaria stuff, what's going on. Lola Vice winning her match tonight over you know who. So there's a lot going on. So we'll see how that's going to be coming up. Still see Trick Williams still trying to rap and do what he needs to do. What's best for him. Sean Spears was in action as well. Sean Spears in action, getting the best of what he went down with tonight. Sean Spears doing so. You can see OTM doing the same. OTM getting themselves together as well. Showed you that earlier. OTM pinned a tag team. So OTM pinned tonight. OTM could be closer. We can see. We can step by. Like we said, we told you Miles Bourne was doing that as well. Miles Bourne getting himself ready and getting himself together as well. Well, we know that what's his name? Tank and Hank, the tag team champions, they will be defending those titles against they will be in a 6-man tag with Josh Bridge to take on Sean Spears and his family. We'll see that battleground. So looking forward to seeing that as well. A lot of matches being in store. So we'll see that coming up as well. Well, we get to the Joe Henry concert. Joe Henry getting himself together. Joe Henry, the TNA champion, set to defend the championship against Trick Williams. Joe Henry and Trick Williams will do battle for the NXT for the TNA championship. Joe Henry was singing, and Trick Williams was gonna sneak attack and ambush him. Trick Williams got beat up for his troubles. Trick Williams a little bit confused and a little bit fumbling. That Joe Henry had his number. Joe Henry wants to make sure that he puts an end to Trick Williams and retains his TNA championship at any means necessary. Any means necessary at cost. So we'll see that how that's going to be as well. Also, too, we forgot to make an honorable mention as well right here that Shanti Adonis went against Sean Legacy in what's his name? Javon Evans in a match. Really led to what went down. So we saw how that went down as well. So a lot of matches and stuff going down and stuff. However that was gonna be for Javon and stuff. So see. Speaking of that, next week on NXT, the North American titles on the line is Ricky Saints defends the championship against Ethan Page. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints one-on-one for the North American title. We'll see that this rivalry has been culminated for weeks now, come to a head one on one as well. So looking forward to seeing that as well. A lot of matches that we saw tonight that really put in our shape tonight, how everything shaped the foundation in NXT. Don't forget, we'll have predict the outcome as well as the review for Battleground this Sunday. So looking forward to seeing that this weekend. It's going to be NXT versus AEW's Double or Nothing head to head. So we'll see that match coming up this weekend, Sunday, especially with the Saturday Night Main Event review as well. So a lot of stuff coming your way here and there. So we're looking forward to seeing that coming up as well. All right. That is the NXT Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. We want to talk about this. NXT had to cancel one that, NXT is going to be in Tampa. We know that they're going to be part of the Battleground. Well, they canceled the arena for Tuesday night. They're going to revert back because due to low ticket sales. So they're going to go to Orlando. They were scheduled. They were supposed to have it in that Tuesday, the Union Center, but tickets didn't sell out as much. So the Union Center is going to be having Saturday Night Main Event, SmackDown, and Raw, and NXT Battleground. So there'll be no NXT show there, but you never know. They didn't want to fill out and knew they weren't going to make profit. So we'll see that if that be as back. Also, too, speaking of that, AEW news, a lot of AEW stars. AEW announced that All Out is going to be in September. They're going to be doing in Toronto. The Sculptors with the Toronto Toronto rappers play for the NBA team. Be in Toronto, all in stuff. Speaking of that, Darby Allin, who could be a future AEW champion. Darby Allin, um, Darby Allin climb Mount Everest. We'll talk about a little bit more about Darby's climb to Mount Everest tomorrow, the AEW Diamond Ring Report. But Darby Allin making a significant feat by climbing Mount Everest, doing so with his climb. So Darby Allin doing something big, and so congratulations to Darby on this historic album. Now he got to get climb right back down. Hopefully, they'll do it safely and safe and sound. So we glad Darby achieved his dream. But, hey, go from here. So we just have to wait and see what Darby's going to do coming from there. Speaking of that, Bray son got the biggest treat of all. His birthday party, dressing like his late dad. We know Bray passed away nearly 2 years ago. It's hard. So, that's the thing. It's still. So we see that went down and stuff, and how it be and stuff. So you never know what went down. So being that way, seeing that way. That turned out came out to be so. This is nice and nice, different. Stuff like that. So don't and so good for Bray and his family on what went down and stuff. Wow. So, hey, see you for Bray. Good for him. We'll have the predict the outcome for Battleground. Look forward to seeing that predict the outcome as well. For Battleground coming your way. Trick Williams set to challenge Joe Henry for the TNA title. See that as well. Maybe they might make it. Who knows? So we'll see. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host. So long. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the AEW Dynamite Report here. Pro Wrestling Show.